Hi everybody, Sanbona, and welcome to my channel. So this is Monique and her husband, Monique Samuels and her husband, Chris. Okay, they did Real Housewives of Potomac. Those who are fans of Real Housewives. Okay, that franchise is hot. Okay, sometimes I think it's better than Atlanta. Sometimes I'm like Atlanta is better, but right now I prefer them over Atlanta. Okay, so they did. I think she joined the show. It must have been like season three, and she joined with her husband. And you guys, like, she's one of those rich. Okay, the family is rich. So you had no questions about them deserving the spot on Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, and I remember she's the one that got into a fight, like a physical fight in Potomac, with one of the cast members. And also she's the one that gave us that moment, the reunion moment when she was confronting with Giselle about Giselle lying about her relationship with the pastor, the relationship that never really was. She is the one. Okay, so they left the show after some issues that they had with production, and after she got into that physical fights, they left the show and they did another show, which is Live and Marriage. Okay, not the Huntsville one. There's another franchise that they did. They did one season, and I believe that there was some issues with the negotiations when it came to their payment with them joining the second season of the show. So they decided not to do the second season, but there was already rumors that their marriage was going through some things. There were rumors coming out that they were separated, and they did do a YouTube video to say that no, they were not separated, they were still together. And there was a time when they decided that they were going to spend a few nights apart to work on some things, and then they came back together. But even when they were doing the show, you guys, you could feel that there were issues between the two of them. I have always felt like Monique was not in love with her husband. I felt like she loved her husband, but I never felt like she was in love with him. And there were moments when I felt like she did not like him very much. I definitely felt like Chris loved Monique more than Monique loved Chris, which was a sad thing to watch because Chris was one of those people that really was making an effort when it came to having his wives back, because that is your position as a husband when it comes to Real Housewives. You just supposed to be there, being a good husband and having your wives back, no matter what, even when they're going crazy. So I felt like he was doing well there. But when they were shooting scenes where they were together as a couple and as a family, I always just picked up that Monique was mostly, for most of the time, irritated with Chris. I had questions as to how they ended up being married. Okay, but I felt like okay, their marriage works because they were still together. But there was always that thing where I felt like Monique. I never felt like Monique was like crazy about her husband, when I felt like her husband really was crazy about her. I guess there's been some issues here that they have not been able to work on, because E News has reported that Monique has finally filed for divorce. This is one of those couples, you guys, that I am sad to see them go apart, honestly, because I like them together, even though watching the show, I could pick up those things that were issues between the two of them. I was hoping that they are able to work them out and that they don't end up in the divorce court. But it looks like my wish did not come true because they are divorcing right now. So this is going to be an interesting one because I do believe that they do have a lot of money, and I have never heard Monique mentioning a prenup when it comes to their marriage, because those are the things that Real Housewives talk about. I've never heard her talk about whether she has a prenup or not when it comes to this marriage. So it might be a long fight, this one. I don't think that Monique is just gonna take a few cents here, okay? So she might want to walk out of this marriage rich, okay? But I believe that in recent years, after joining the show, she has been able to make her own money as well. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But, guys, I'm sad to see this one go. I'm sad to see this one go. So, if you watch Real Housewives of Potomac and you watch them on Love and Marriage, tell me what you feel about this in the comment section, because I'm sad to hear about this particular divorce. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Ntanda. Kakulu.